Hi everyone and welcome back to Tootsie Tuesday. Excited to share my second summer toes with you. My Calvin Klein toes matching this set of nails. But for starters, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell underneath that so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Share around the channel to help this channel to grow. And definitely shoot me a thumbs up, you guys. I love those thumbs up. So start shooting them to me. Let's get started. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tootsie Tuesday with an awesome set of Calvin Klein toes. Let's take a look. Aren't those fun? I just love them. They look great and the nails look great. A nice casual look, but with some pizzazz. Since I added the silver glitter in there and some rhinestones, had to give it a little bit because I like the glitz and the glamour, and I'm doing a more casual look for Wear It Wednesday, but it's still very cute, very adorable, and love the way the nails turned out. They look great with the outfit. So obviously, I'm going to do a Calvin Klein look. I'm excited to share that with you guys. But before we go on and show you these adorable Tootsie Tuesday toes, my second summer toes, we're going to read our words of Jesus for women, putting Jesus first, God first. All right, today we are on life model, John 13:15. I have set you an example. Okay, I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. And it goes on to say, Jesus gave an example of how to live a life that honors God. His own life is that model. His example is honoring God, caring for others, and offering humble service. What's even more amazing is that he made the statement above right after he washed his disciples' feet. That was a humbling job to do for others. In fact, it was a job normally done by a servant. By doing so, Jesus showed his followers how to serve others in humility. Humility. Don't let your own ego or pride get in the way of serving God or others. Boy, this is an important one, you guys. Life model. You want to definitely, be that example. Humble yourself. I mean, Jesus Christ was washing somebody's feet, his disciples' feet, and that was a servant's job. Jesus again walked this earth perfect, free of sin, and died for our sins. Boy, what a humble act of love did he do for us. So we need to try to do that too. We need to humble ourselves, really look at how we're living our life, in that example of Jesus. Are we honoring God? Are we caring for others? Are we offering humble service? We do need to be like that. We all do. And I'm not putting it on you. Even I do. I got, these things that I read, I love reading them because it helps me to live a better life. And I hope it can help all of you as well as I read it. But I do read it for myself because I want to be as humble and as pleasing to God as I can be. I want to please him as much as I can. And it just helps me to live a better Christ-like life. I want to be as Christ-like as I can, be that Jesus-like person, I mean, none of us can be perfect like Jesus was. Sure wish we could, but we certainly can try as much as we can. And one way is to definitely humble yourself and be kind, be loving, be gentle, be caring, honoring God's word. The bottom down here, it says, in his life, Christ is an example showing us how to live. And it's Martin Luther King. So that's awesome. In his life, Christ is an example showing us how to live. And that's true. As Jesus walked this earth, he was showing his example how to live our life. That's how we're supposed to live it. So let's try to live it the best we can by starting our day, going through our day, and ending our day with Life's Manual. Listening to Christian music throughout the day, thanking God for waking you every day, praying, reading the scripture, doing your daily devotions, doing the Proverbs of the day, reading Job, Ecclesiastics, all wisdom chapters, getting more wisdom and knowledge, reading this beautiful book that God had his people write. God wrote every word in here, and it's beautiful, and it definitely will teach you how to live. Don't go by that stupid media, which is all of the devil, or the newscast, or newspapers, or dictionaries. This is Life's Manual right here, and you're going to live a much better life. Sure, there'll be some trials and tribulation because God does it to teach you, to put you through it, to help you to get more strength, to get more knowledge and how to live. So you know what? We'll go through hard times, but during the tough times, we can have Jesus, ask him to take the wheel. So let's pick this up, guys, and read it. Blow off that dust, like I always say, and read this beautiful book here. And let's be that life's model. All right, let's get on to this Tootsie Tuesday toe design, this beautiful Calvin Klein look. I love it. Let's get started. Everybody take care. God bless. And I'll see each and every one of you in my very next upload. Hi, everyone. So here's what I chose to go with for this week's Tootsie Tuesday toe design for the summer. My second summer look, matching the nails I did for Mani Monday. We've got a beautiful white French tip design with black and silver lines. We've got some smoky gray rhinestones and a CK for Calvin Klein. If you'd like to see how I did this one, continue watching. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Tootsie Tuesday, my second summer toe design, which matches the nails I did for Mani Monday. Those beautiful French white tipped with the Calvin Klein logo and some black lines and rhinestones, of course some silver glitter as well. Even though we're going for a more casual look, I always got to spice it up a little bit with some glitz. So now we're going to match the toes. We're going to do the CK on the big toe, and then the little lines, the black lines and the silver, will be done on the baby toes. I always do them a little bit different. Let me go over all the supplies. They'll be the same supplies I used in Monday's video, but I'll go over it here in case you don't watch the nail video. First off, for the French, I made this one. And if you'd like to see how I made it last week in Monday's video and the Tootsie Tuesday, I show you how I made this one. I explain how I made it. I love to make all of my shears. This is a beautiful pink shear. That's what I started them with for doing my French looks. And then I'm using this white I just got 2 days ago at Dollar Tree. And it's called Energy Source, and it's just a beautiful white, but it's pretty thick. It's on the thick side. You know, white either comes really thick, white and black either comes really thick or really thin, or you get a perfect one. This one is pretty thick, so it's pretty opaque with one coat. I always do two because it's just kind of in my brain to have to do two, but one coat is plenty. It is a beautiful white, especially for only $1, and it's 402 is the number on it. So that's the white for the French tips. And then I'm going to be working with some liner paints. These are both from Dollar Tree. We're just going to do the black and the silver here. I did have to mix in a little bit of pure 100% acetone and some more clear polish because this was starting to get thick. This is an old one here. But they're both liner paints, so they're great for doing these perfect lines like on my thumbs there and the glitter. So we'll be running the lines through them on the baby toes like the fingers. And then the big toe, I'm going to be using Robin's brush, the wand, right there. RobinMosesNailArt.com is how you order them. This is her liner, and she has a striper, and that's the unicorn. I keep them dirty in between. I just, I work with a lot of acrylic paints, so just keep them dirty in between. They're red sable hair, and they're beautiful, and the shipping is awesome. Definitely order her brushes. They're only $10 a piece or $18 for both. Great, great brushes. If you work with her videos, they're perfect to use, or just doing art. They're absolutely fabulous. Then I'll be working with this wheel of color I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to be doing the smoky gray like on my finger there. It's in this one here. It's kind of mixed. They're getting a little bit mixed in here. When you close it, it kind of gets mixed. But they're a smoky gray like on there. I'm going to be putting that in the center. I will glue it down with an ASP glue right here and an orange wood stick. Let's see if I can grab that. Just an orange wood stick to dip, get the glue, and put the stone on. That'll go after I put the black lines. Of course, I'll be working with black acrylic paint to do the CK like I did on the finger here. And then I'll be putting a rhinestone on the C and the K like I did there and running some of the glitter through the K or the C and the K through the black there. But I'll be working with acrylic paint. I got this from Walmart for 50 cents. Apple Barrel is the brand. And then at the very end, I will top everything off with the Seche Vite Dry Fast top coat. It's my favorite top coat. I get it from Amazon because you get a great deal. You get a small bottle here, which is 0.5 full ounces. And the big one is like a 10 ounce, I believe it is. So it fills the bottle like 12 times, and it's the price of 2 bottles at Sally's. So I always get it on Amazon, and the shipping is quick and fast. Like I get it within a week. So I just keep refilling this bottle with that big one. But that should be everything. So I'm going to get started here, and we'll start with probably doing the lines. So I'll start with that, and then we'll come back in, and we'll go on from there. So we've got the black lines going like the fingers, just a line going one way and a line going the other. I did leave the baby toe open, one of them, to show you. Almost forgotten, did that one first. That's the one I was going to leave open. But I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to go into the bottle here and just get a little bit of paint out And hopefully I won't get into the camera here. I'm going to go up with one side, so just set the brush down and just go like this. And as you get to the top, do a quick pull so it's thicker and then gets thinner. And then this way we're going this way with it, so hopefully I don't get in your way. I'm going to make sure there's enough paint on here. And because I don't want it to, I'm going to have enough, otherwise it won't go right. So just set it down again and a little bit more pressure in the beginning. And then as you let go, just give it a quick pull there. But just so that it has that look, I got some on my finger here, has the look of the fingers, you know. It's a little bit harder on baby toes to get that longer line like that, like in the fingers, but still super pretty. So we've got that done. And so now the next step we're going to do is work on the silver. We're going to do exactly the same and do the silver, and then I'll be back in, and then we'll work on the CK. Okay, now we've got the silver going in it, and I'll draw up so you guys can see. Pull back here. And you can see the silver now running through it. We're going to do that. I did leave that one open this time, I remembered. Just going to get some glitter here. I'm just trying to mix it up because this, like I said, really had to be shook good because this one kind of got thick on me. So I'm just really trying to shake it up here good. I should get a paint thinner. I don't have one, a polish thinner. They sell them at Sally's. I'm going to get myself a polish thinner. I used to have one and I ran out. So, but it's perfect for fixing. Glitters always get messed up, you know, because they get thick. So then just set it down and go on one side of the black and go on the other side of the black just to get some silver running in there, just so we have some pretty glitz. And you can see that it's not like super prominent, but it's beautiful and it's perfect just like the nails. So it's just that thin little bit of silver. All right, so now we have to work on the CK, and I'm hoping that it goes well because I need to do the CK upside down so the toes are going the right way when people see my toes. So hopefully we'll get this worked out good. Let me get one done and I'll return. Okay, so I've got the C and the K for Calvin Klein, and it actually worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to be, having to do it upside down. So let's draw in. I was very surprised that it worked out that good. Okay, so same thing. We're going to do the C and the K, and they're going to go in the exact same spot. So the K is going to be over to this side. All right, let me back up so you guys can see good, and hopefully I don't get into frame here. You need about that much paint on there, like a little bit of ball on the end, because we need it thicker at first. So just go about a little bit farther over than the middle. So closer to, you know, if you were, to you, it's going to be the left side. To me, it's well, I mean, to me, it's the left side. To you guys, if you're looking at it, it's going to be to the right side. All right, so closer to that side. So you're just going to set the brush down, and you need this to be wider, and just draw a line down, putting some pressure so that it widens this out, because you need it to be wider. And if it gets messed up a little bit, don't worry about that. I'm going to show you real quick. Because it messed up, I'm going to, well, actually it's still wet, so I probably can just wipe it right off. So I'm just going to wipe it off. And if you have, well, good, it just wiped right off. Otherwise, I would have used alcohol. All right, but see, mistakes can be changed really quick with acrylic paint. And if it had dried, you use 91% rubbing alcohol. All right, let's do this again. So set the brush down. And again, like I said, give it some pressure so that it widens out. You need this to be wide. Don't go all the way to the end, though, because we have to put those lines on the end. Okay, then very lightly do a very thin line for the part of the K, the top part, and then the bottom is going to be thicker. Okay, so again, you're going to set the brush down and widen this out. So you're going to put pressure on your brush. When you're doing the skinnier one, you're going to lift your brush so that it's lifted more so it doesn't get such a, you know, thick line like that. Then at the very bottom of each one, we're just going to go across with a very soft touch so that it just gets a thin line. You just want a thin one, and especially on the small one. All right, so then we'll do this one here. Go across. And just, you know, don't be rushing it. Just be careful so you can get this line in. Okay, and the top one, do that in your last one so it can be really thin. Like that. You want that one to be nice and thin. And if you need a little bit more to it because you're running out of paint, just get a tad bit more paint and just go over it, but keep it thin. Then the C, I'm going to go right next to it, get more paint so it's a little thicker again, the paint. And we're just going to do a smaller C. And just go around one way and then come back up around this way. And I just was surprised how quick the C worked. Okay, and then we're going to do a line going down now. These ones go down very, very thin line on the C. So go down like that. And then come up to the top one, same thing, a very thin line like that to get the C and the K right there. Adorable. Isn't that cute, you guys? CK. I love it. Okay, let me back up so you can see this better. But yeah, both of them now have got the CK. So now I need to put the rhinestones in And then we're going to do glitter on. I'm going to add a little bit more black in here. I see that it isn't as opaque as it should be. If you see any spots like that, just fill them in. You can fix them easily with the paint. Everything else looks great. Okay, so now we're going to work on the rhinestones. Let me get some of those done and I'll be back. Okay, so now we've got the stones on all of this side and in the C and the K. I left it open here and one there just to show you. I do have some of the stones laid out and they're all different colors, so I have to make sure I find the right color. Put a dot of glue right there. Oh, let's draw in so you see better. Okay, and then I'll back up my foot. All right, so just dip in. I just got a little bit of glue on the cap here. I'm just dipping in here. I'm going to put a dot of glue there and dip in and put a dot right there on the K and right there on the C. So it's going to go right across from each other. Then make sure you wipe all your glue off, okay? You don't want the glue on this stick because it'll fog your stones. Always remember to do that. And then look for the stones I need here. I got to kind of just pick through these to find the color I need. So just give me a moment here. All right, so I'm going to put the first one into the C right there, going straight across. And it's just moving around because it's wet in the glue, but just make sure you give it a push. And then let me get another one here and put that on this side of the K. Stick down. All right, and then just, again, give it a little push into the glue. It'll slide around a little bit until it dries, but I'm just going to give it a little push here. Eventually, it won't move. And then I need one more. I got one here, and we'll put that right into the center of the baby toes. There we go. Super cute. All right, next what I have to do now is I have to put the glitter on the C and the K. I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter through with that line. So let me get one done, and I'll come back in. Okay, so I've got the glitter on that one, the one toe. Let me draw in and show you. See how it's sparkling on this one right here? So now we're going to do this one. All right, so let me back up and get a little closer for you. And just take your liner paint again. I'm just going to get a little bit of silver on it. And then we're just going to go right through the design. And I'm going to go right over the rhinestone. Don't worry about that. And don't worry if you cover over this thin little line that it's outside the lines. That's okay because that's a thin one. But just, again, you're just going over, hopefully you can see this, just going over the whole thing because it won't ruin your stone. It's just such a light glitter. And then just go along the lines here. And again, if it's out of the lines, it's not going to hurt it. It's just sparkling up the CK. That's all we're trying to do. Same thing with the C. Just go around. And again, oops. That's okay. I got some on my toe here. I can just wipe it off real quick. That's why I have a glove on. All right. Because it dripped off of this thing here. All right. And again, just go around and then do the lines too. Just to make it sparkly and cute. Isn't that cute? And it just gives it some bling. It's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. So let me back up here for you guys. And all I have left to do now is go over it with the Seche Vite Dry Fast Top Coat. You guys have seen me do that many times if you're new to my channel. Basically, just make sure you do a nice thick coat of a top coat. The Seche Vite, the thicker the better. And you know, you don't want it too thick because it'll run all over the place and go inside the cracks and everything in the crevices. I just mean do a nice thick generous coat, go right over the rhinestones and everything over your acrylic paint, because if you don't, that's going to wash off in water as soon as you get your toes wet. So make sure you top coat, but just make sure everything is dry. Do a nice thick coat, and if you want a second coat, go ahead. But that's what we're going to do, go over it to hold the stones down and everything and make it pretty, and I'll be back to show all of you guys the end product. Okay, I decided to come in and just show you on the big toe because I want to explain when you're working with acrylic paints, you want to be very careful. You want to glide over the design, but use a nice thick coat. All of them are done on both sides except for this one. So I'm just going to draw in and show you real close and real quick. Just get a nice thick coat of the Seche Vite. So watch, you'll see when I do it. It's a nice thick coat that I'm going to drop on, and I'm going to get one more. I want it to be nice and thick. Do it in the middle and glide over this because you're working with acrylic paints and it can smudge it if you don't glide. Even if it's dry, it can still smudge. So very carefully and be pulling out any air pockets. I'm going to get a little bit more and go on this side. Again, gliding over this design because I don't want to ruin this design. It can smudge very easily when it's acrylic paints. Even when you do like plates, like working with nail plates, even that with polish can definitely smudge. My last one smudged a little bit and I didn't even notice that. But there you go. Just go over it like that. You went over all the stones and everything, and then you cap the end, and then everything looks beautiful. I probably will do a second coat. I usually do on the nails, not always on the toes, but I'm going to watch and see how clear, how shiny it gets. I like to do a second one because sometimes the paint kind of soaks in to the glitters and stuff. So if you do another one, it's nice and shiny. I'm going to do that, and I'll return to show you the end product. Alrighty, everyone, I'm all done with my Tootsie Tuesday toes, my Calvin Klein toes. Love the way they turned out, matching those beautiful nails that I did on Monday for Manny Monday. Now we've got the matching toes. And I just love that they're a set of Calvin Klein done in a more casual look, but a little bit of pizzazz with it, adding in the silver and the rhinestones. I just wanted it to be cute. I always got to have a little bit of bling, even though this is going to come with a Wear It Wednesday more casual look. So I wanted the design to do, be more casual for the toes and the nails. But I had to add, a little bit of glitter, a little bit of glitz, a little bit of pizzazz. But I do love the way they turned out. I love the CK on it. I love the glitter. And I just love white French tips. Matches with everything in black and white. Always classic. So I love the way this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you look forward to tomorrow's Wear It Wednesday outfit that matches both the nails and the toes. Everybody take care. God bless. And I will see each and every one of you in my very next upload.